Welcome to the Maryland Mortgage Rate Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of September 22nd, 2014. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Primary Residential Mortgage, here to give you an update. Well, last week, mortgage rates did move slightly higher, but the good news is they were able to stabilize and find a bottom. If you look at the bond chart on the screen, you can see the overall trend is for mortgage bonds to sell off, move lower, move interest rates higher. But you can see that dark line of support. We hit that line of support on Wednesday. We went below it, but came back and closed above it. That was a good sign. And then Thursday, bounced above it, green candle, bounced off support. That's what we've been looking for. And then Friday, confirmed that bounce. So we're going to recommend floating your Maryland mortgage rate to start the week because that's the bounce we've been waiting for, and we're hoping mortgage bonds can rally higher from here, at least in the short term, and maybe see some slightly lower interest rates. So floating your Maryland mortgage rates is our recommendation for that. Now, we had some big news last week. In economic news, the Federal Reserve met on Tuesday and Wednesday. They released their notes on that on Wednesday, and as expected, they continued to taper their asset purchase program QE3. They tapered by another $10 billion, so they've been purchasing $25 billion of bonds and treasuries. They dropped it by 10. They're only going to purchase $15 billion going forward. Their next meeting in October, they're expected to end the program. They're going to taper the last $15 billion and be done. At that point, mortgage bonds are going to be on their own, and we're going to have to see what happens to the market with no support from the Fed. If the stock market does not sell off, we would expect mortgage bonds to move lower and interest rates to move higher. So short term we're floating, but long term you got to be careful. If you're looking to refinance or purchase, get out there, get under contract, lock in that low rate, and that way you don't get hit by the Fed's taper in October moving rates higher. Last week we saw a great report on weekly initial jobless claims that came out on Thursday. Claims dropped 36,000 claims down to 280,000 claims for the week. We were expecting 305,000 claims, so that's way better than expected, and that's the lowest level since July in jobless claims. So that was great news there, and that's foreshadowing a better than expected jobs report for September. So we'll keep you updated on that because if we get a great jobs report for September, that'd be another headwind for mortgage bonds, and we could see rates move higher off of that. So we'll keep you updated and let you know float or lock as we head into that, which is in a couple weeks. And then we saw two reports on inflation last week. Remember, inflation, if that heats up like it was at the beginning of the year, that's the enemy of mortgage bonds. So the good news is both reports were very tame on inflation. The first one, the CPI, Consumer Price Index, measures inflation at the wholesale level. That dropped 2% year over year down to 1.7. So that was good news there. And then the Producer Price Index, the PPI, which measured inflation at the wholesale level, that remains the same at 1.8%, which is below the 2% target of the Feds. So both reports very good on inflation. Great news for mortgage bonds. Now, in housing news, we had couple reports on new construction. The first one being the National Association of Home Builders Housing Market Index for September 2014. It increased 4 points from 55 to 59. Anything above 50 means home builders are feeling good about the housing market. So they are actually feeling better this month than they were the previous month. So that is great news. Home builders think the market is strong. They're looking to finish 2014 good, going into 2015 good. So that was great news there. And then we saw two other reports on new construction, housing starts and building permits. Now, the media said these were bad and was negative about them, but they actually weren't that bad when we dig into them. The housing starts is the number of new homes that the builders started building on. That came out at 956,000 units. Now, that was a decline of 14.4% from July to August. That's what the media was hawking on, the 14.4% decline. But in that report for the August housing starts, they actually revised July's numbers even higher, from 1.093 million units to 1.117 million units. And that was a 23% jump from June to July. So it was a huge jump in July. No way to expect that to keep going. So if you take a 2-month average, July and August, housing starts are still up 4%. So the report was not bad. And if we look at building permits, same thing. Building permits came in at 998,000 units. That was a decline of 5.6% from July to August. But they also revised building permits for July even higher, from 1.052 million units to 1.057 million units. So if you do a 2-month average again on building permits, looking at July and August together, they were up 3% on average. So building permits, housing starts, still doing good. So forget about the media. I don't know what they're talking about. It's the housing market for new construction is still doing good, still going strong, and builders are still excited about the economy because those were August numbers. the housing market index was for September. So even though those numbers came out July and August, we still have new home construction feeling good about the market. So it's a great time to get out there and buy. Now, in other housing news, Fannie Mae announced an update to their Home Path mortgage loan program to purchase their some of their foreclosures that qualified. They've decided to end that program. So if you want to take advantage of it, you got to be under contract before October 6, 2014. So that's this October. It's coming up quick. It's ending. If you want more information on what you have to do to still qualify for that, to get under to make it by the October 6th deadline, in the blog's a link to a whole article and all that, so you can check that out. Now, in the local news, the next first-time homebuyer seminar is this Saturday, September 27th from 10 a.m. to noon in Towson, Maryland at the Sheraton Baltimore North Hotel right there on Delaney Road. And then the next one after that is Wednesday, October 8th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in Laurel, Maryland. And then the next one after that is in Frederick, October 11th, and that's Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon at the Hampton Inn right there in Frederick, Maryland. Now you can register for either one of those three events. Give us a call in the office, 410-412-3319, or online, www.marylandhomebuyerseminars.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.